Coach Sarah. I'd like to welcome you to the Staten Island Skating Pavilion Learn to Skate program. For many of you, this will be your first experience with ice skating, and we want to give you a few tips to make your first day fantastic. There are 5 things that you need to know to make your first experience enjoyable. 1. You want to make sure you're dressed warm in layers, in non-restrictive clothing, as sweatpants or snow pants. Make sure you don't wear jeans because they're not as easy to skate in. 2. Make sure you wear long socks that come above the top of your skate boot. 3. Make sure you have warm gloves to keep your hands warm and protected. 4. A bicycle or hockey helmet. And 5. The most important piece of equipment, your ice skates. You can rent the skates from our rental program, or if you decide to purchase skates, please make sure that they have a sturdy boot with enough ankle support to keep your skaters safe while on the ice, and that they lace up all the way to the top, no Velcro buckles throughout the skate. We have a store on the 2nd floor where you can go to purchase your skates, JT Sports. Next, Coach Debbie is going to teach you how to tie your skates properly.
Okay. Again, putting your foot back in the skate. See how it's loose. You want to make sure that this is all open enough so you can put it in. Tying skate. Your heel needs to be back in the boot. You always put the heel on the ground. Press this tight. One hand, other hand snug. This finger is more than enough to hold it. You just need to keep it taut. I keep it taut, and I go for the next one. Don't let it loosen. That's how you lose everything. Nice and snug. Now, your laces should be equally distributed. It shouldn't look really tight up here or really loose. I shouldn't be able to put my hand in when I'm done. No room in there. Should be nice and snug. Hold, and you can use your thumb or your finger. Sometimes I have to adjust the tongue as we go up. The tongue should be directly in the middle. Okay, I crisscross, and I go down. That helps keep the leather. It bites against the leather and keeps it snug and doesn't get loose as fast. So it's consistency. You want to be consistently snug. This needs to be snug. This can't be loose. Always tuck your laces. I'll show you on this one how to use the skate hook. This is a skate hook. You can get that in the pro shop. It's a simple little mechanism that we use. But what we do is we tie them as tight as we can first, because sometimes we can't get them as tight as we want. Let's say you can only get them this tight. Same way I was doing it, or you don't have the resistance. That's what happened when laces so long. Okay, there, we're right here. Now, what we're going to do is, I'm just going to tie it here and above. Okay, see that? Okay, it's not real tight, it's not real loose, but what I'm going to do with the skate hook is I put it between my fingers, and I'm going to pull 1, 2, 3, 4. The 5th one up, pull. Now I keep my hand squeezing the boot. Pull both sides. Then you go to the next one, and you're pulling the slack out of the skate. Now I tie these knots so. I have one more. It gets a little tricky at the end. It's not a real big deal if it's not perfect. And then you change hands and you put your hand here. You untie this part. That's why I only tie it loose. Because you can't use the hook at the top. Only use the hook over here. It doesn't work very well. Now pull down. Keep resistance on the strings at all times. Pull and down. Gotta use your tip of your fingers. And down. That keeps the bite. Now you notice, nice width, not too tight, not too loose. No gaps. No gaps. There should be no gaps. I shouldn't be able to get in there. I shouldn't be able to get in here. Nice and tight. Hey, how are you? This is about how we're going to take off a skate. A lot of the problems is everyone takes their skate off and they untie it way too loose or they keep it too tight, one extreme or the other. When I loosen, I go all the way down and then I go slowly, but only half, just like this. And you only need to go, you never loosen these up, never loosen the bottom 5 or 4 notches. But you also never keep these really tight, because then you can't get your skate out or you can't put your foot back in. So, when I loosen it, pull the tongue, lift the heel out, and take your skate off. Okay, see all this? This is no good. If I can put my fingers in here, no good. I have no support. I can put my fingers in here, no support. This is your key. This has to be steady. People sometimes have a problem. They tie a skate too tight. Too tight can be a problem. This is all fine. My ankle is actually too big to do the demonstration, but other skates, that usually means it's an improper fit. But if you do this and you're doing snug, you're good. You're good, and then you do this. No good, okay? Should never be touching up here. That mostly means usually the boot is too big and the person's foot is swimming around inside and there's no support that way. Also, it cuts it off so they can't bend because they're like you're choking their ankle. It should be even all the way up, like I showed you in the other demonstration.